So I've got Joe Norris from GetYourTipsOut who provide daily horse racing tips, and a certain bet type that's grown hugely over the last few years is each way bets. And I think that's mainly to do with a lot of punters providing extra places for each way bets.
Yeah.
So can you explain to punters, first and foremost, what is an each way bet and how you choose, you do like a daily each way bets kind of predictions. What does that consist of?
So obviously, if you back a horse to win and it comes second or third, you lose. Whereas if you're betting on a horse each way, you have to lay out double your stake. But then if it hits the frame, second or third, if it's a handicap 16 horses, you get fourth as well. Then you still get a return on your money. But it's a bet that you're obviously looking at a horse that you're going to back at bigger odds. Now, a lot of people have their own opinions on what price that is that they will back. For me, it's anything over 4-1. I'm happy to back it each way because obviously, if you're getting a quarter of the odds and you back something at 4-1 and it places, you don't lose any money. Whereas if you're backing something at 3-1 or shorter, you're going to lose money even if it places. So it's a good bet to do on a horse that you think is going to run a big race. That is quite a big price in a race.
Yeah, sounds good. I mean, like you said, sometimes you're saying the 16 runners officially is meant to play top 4, and 25 runners pays top 5, and 8 runners pays the top 3. I think it's 5 runners pays the top 2. But the truth of the matter is nowadays, so many bookies are playing extra places. So that 16, 17 runner race, which should only be top 4, nearly all the bookies now seem to be paying top 5. Sometimes in big races, even top 6, which is crazy. This is where I feel like people are getting good value. Like you've got like the each way extra with Bet365, where you can choose what you want, 6, 7, 8. I mean, the prices go shorter and shorter, but you can choose whether you want top 10 places if you wanted to.
That's it. That each way extra is great. Like if you've got one at sort of 33-1 and you think it's going to run well, you can go down to 6, 7 places and you're still getting quite good odds about it. So.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I enjoy doing it's crazy on like, especially on like Lucky 15 bets where you're doing each way, or Yankees and you're doing an each way bet on those type of bets, or even just an each way accumulator. You can get 4 or 5 and none of them can win. And you can still stack it up that even just with 5 placed horses, you can still win a lot more than what you think because it all starts stacking up with the place. You actually get the same on an each way, which is, unless you're doing each equally divided, if you're doing a 5-fold and you get 4 winners and 1 place, that's actually the same money if you don't do equally divided as being 5 placed horses, which is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy if you think of it that way, because your win part's down. So a majority of people just do an each way acca. So 4 winners in a place is the same as 5 places on an each way acca, which is pretty crazy. And like you said, you can get some good returns. So that's something that I always follow from day to day. I always follow you each way tips. I don't know if it's just mindset, but I feel like if it's quarter of the odds, I always do 4-1 and above each way. But if it's a 50 odds, I'll only do it if it's 5-1, and it's just myself personally like it. But if it's a fifth of the odds each way, I'll only do the horses each way if it's 5-1 plus. I love your day to day kind of each way. That's how do you go around like sourcing the odds at bigger prices? Like, are you looking for certain like horses that might be improving, or like how are you choosing the each way selections?
Well, it's something that I think. It's if it gets missed on the radar, I'll say everyone can back a favourite, but even that's hard nowadays. But you get more reward out of backing a 4-1 each way that goes and wins than you do if you're backing something 6-4. Everyone's sort of on it because it's like the popular horse. Whereas when you find that sort of 4-1, 5-1 horse, and then it comes through and wins well, I think that's one of the biggest best feelings in racing, I think, when you back a 4-1 and it comes through and wins.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, there's lots of angles that you can look for. But yeah, it's just finding that horse that's been overlooked in the market, really, that's gone under the radar.
Yeah, or I suppose you could have it where you really don't fancy the favourite, so the favourite's running in ground that you don't like, and you're taking on the favourite, and you're thinking, do you know what, this second or third favourite I think's got a better chance than who the favourite is. So yeah, I really like doing the bet. So if anyone's looking to find Joe's each way selections on a day-to-day basis, there's a link in the description, and Joe every single day provides several different each way opportunities for you to place the each way bets.